Chosen ones, you were born with a crown, forged in the fires of cosmic power and sealed by divine decree. Your bloodline isn't just royal, it's eternal, commanding forces that span dimensions. You are the commander-in-chief, chosen not by earthly hands, but by the universe itself to lead, to protect, to reign. The world has been waiting for you to rise, and the time is now. So, here's the question. Are you ready to claim what's been yours all along? Your power lies in your ability to command, an inherent force tied to the universal laws of creation and balance. To command is not merely to direct, it is to align with the very fabric of existence, weaving order where chaos thrives and giving voice to the silent currents of purpose. André Malraux said, "To command is to serve, nothing more and nothing less." This truth pierces through pretense, stripping away illusions of authority rooted in pride. Leadership begins not in self-aggrandizement, but in the clarity of knowing you act as a vessel for something far greater. Your words and actions ripple outward, affecting not just the moment, but the course of lives and legacies. True command requires vision unclouded by personal ambition and the strength to carry burdens others cannot bear. This is not about exerting control. It is about guiding, anchoring, and holding space for transformation. The power you hold is not for you alone. It is a responsibility that demands precision, humility, and unwavering focus. Drop a comment. My voice shapes reality if you know the weight of your words. Your decrees function similarly. When your words carry clarity and conviction, they echo through the realms, shifting outcomes and sculpting pathways. But beware, command is not about casual utterances or hollow declarations. It requires precision and alignment with purpose. Every word you release carries energy, a ripple extending beyond your reach, weaving into the lives of many. Reality does not resist. It molds itself to the truth you assert with authority. Your voice is not merely sound, it is the vibration that bridges thought and creation. Those who master this craft do not falter, for they understand the gravity of each spoken intention and the necessity of wielding their command with wisdom. Your power transcends the physical. It reaches into realms unseen, where energies and dimensions interlace. To command beyond the tangible is not a privilege, it is a responsibility. You are not speaking to walls or winds, you are directing currents that ripple across plains, influencing forces that do not bend to whim, but to will. Every word you speak, every intention you forge, reverberates into the astral, shaping energies that surpass human comprehension. When you command these realms, you are not summoning subservience, but orchestrating harmony. The entities and energies you engage are neither toys nor servants. They are ancient forces responding to your alignment. Misuse this authority and the balance fractures. Align it with integrity, and you create ripples that uplift not just yourself, but countless others. This is not esoteric conjecture. It is the foundation of spiritual law. Ancient mystics and seers knew this truth, invoking forces for rain in times of drought or protection in moments of peril. Yet their power was never rooted in arrogance, but in purpose. So too, your command must stem from clarity. To direct the unseen is to understand it, to respect its weight, and wield it with the precision of a master sculptor carving eternity. Command reveals itself in the smallest, most unassuming moments. I remember standing in a crowded team meeting where tensions ran high, voices overlapping in frustration. No one had asked me to lead, yet every set of eyes eventually turned to me. It wasn't about rank or loudness. It was the steadiness I brought, the energy that said without words, "We'll get through this." In that moment, my presence became the unspoken directive. People didn't follow because I demanded it. They followed because they felt clarity in the space I created. This is what it means to lead through command in daily life. It's not about being the loudest or the most authoritative. It's about radiating a calm certainty that cuts through the noise. Whether it's organizing chaos at work, resolving a family dispute, or guiding friends through a tough decision, leadership comes not from what you say, but from who you are in that moment. Your ability to lead is felt long before you speak. It's about being the person people instinctively trust when things unravel. This power isn't about ego, it's about responsibility. When others turn to you, it's a call to rise with purpose, to guide with integrity, and to bring stability where it's most needed. Your spiritual army awaits, poised and ready to align with your command. These forces, ancestral warriors, protectors and guides, do not serve blindly. They respond to your clarity, conviction and alignment with purpose. Their loyalty, like that of Alexander the Great's armies, is not born of fear but of respect for your vision. Alexander inspired his forces through the sheer force of his will, leading them not by intimidation, but by embodying the very principles he demanded. His troops followed because they trusted his purpose and saw themselves as part of something far greater than conquest. Your command operates in the same way. These unseen forces sense your intentions and respond accordingly. When you are clear, they are precise. When you falter, they await your realignment. They do not act on chaos, they act on certainty. The power to summon their strength lies not in shouting into the void, but in stepping into your role with conviction. To lead this spiritual army is to understand that your authority is not self-serving. It is part of a greater balance. When you command them with integrity, these forces amplify your actions, clearing obstacles and protecting your path. They are your unseen allies, but they will only march when you stand grounded in your purpose. Leadership is the crucible where comfort dies and transformation is forged. You are not called to lead because it is easy or rewarding, but because it is necessary. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, wrote William Shakespeare in Henry V, a truth that reverberates through time. To lead is to carry the burdens others cannot, to see what others refuse to face, and to act when hesitation could cost everything. Your role is not a pedestal, but a battleground. Leadership demands sacrifice, the forfeiture of ease, the embrace of sleepless nights spent weighing choices that will ripple across lives. You must hold steady, not because it is natural, but because no one else can. Each decision sharpens you, transforming uncertainty into clarity, weakness into resilience. Leadership is not for the faint. It is for those who understand that the weight of responsibility is the price of lasting change. The triumphs you achieve are never yours alone. They are collective victories born from your willingness to step forward when others faltered. Through your transformation, you ignite the growth of those around you, proving that leadership is not about personal glory, but about building legacies that endure far beyond your own reach. Drop a comment below. I thrive under the crown if you embrace the weight of responsibility. Your bloodline is not confined to earthly origins. It stretches into the cosmos, tied to ancient civilizations and celestial systems like Sirius and Orion. You carry within you the resonance of an inheritance written in the stars, one that whispers of power, wisdom, and the responsibilities that come with them. This is not mere lineage. It is a divine contract forged in the crucible of cosmic creation. Think of Atlantis, the mythical society led by philosopher kings. These rulers embodied a perfect balance of spiritual insight and earthly governance, uniting the ethereal and the material to create a civilization of unparalleled advancement. Their legacy is not lost. It pulses through you. You bear the same potential to channel higher truths into the physical realm, to lead not just with intellect, but with spiritual clarity. This inheritance demands recognition and action. Your connection to the stars grants you access to ancient knowledge, guidance, and strength, but it is not without weight. To honor this lineage is to rise as those before you did, to merge the unseen with the tangible, bringing harmony to chaos. Your royal bloodline is a call to mastery, to wield your celestial inheritance for the greater good of all, bridging worlds with every decision. Chosen ones, the obsidian inner order is calling, only the strongest survive the matrix and live to tell it. Welcome to the ultimate sanctuary for those who faced archons, shattered the matrix, and risen as untouchable legends. If you're seeing this, destiny thinks you're one of us. Don't blow it. Inside, we've got exclusive interviews with chosen ones who've defied odds, broken generational curses, and rewritten their reality with divine timing. This isn't your average story time. This is the blueprint to your cosmic glow-up. Unlock forbidden content too real for YouTube, including the Manifestation Mechanics Grimoire, your guide to turning chaos into order, creating an abundance vortex, and bending universal energy to your will. The Crown Jewel, a private Discord of 400+ high-vibration legends, weekly mindset calls, and even chosen singles for divine partnerships. But let's be real, we don't do posers here. If you're ready to join the #1 Ascension Nexus for real chosen ones, the link to the Obsidian Inner Order is in the description. This is your moment. Step up. Your bloodline carries a profound duality, a lineage rooted in either the light or shadow, shaped by choices and the forces you align with. Royal bloodlines are not defined by titles, but by purpose. Those who serve the light act as conduits, for balance, wielding their power to uplift, heal, and guide. Yet there are those corrupted by ego, twisting their legacy into tools of domination, leaving behind scars instead of sanctuaries. Consider the legend of King Arthur, a ruler destined to lead with nobility, but challenged by betrayal from within. His strength lay not in his crown or his sword, but in his ability to unify, even as shadows crept into his court. The fall of Camelot was not due to his lack of vision, but the infiltration of selfishness and deceit, proving that even the brightest legacies can be undone when the ego takes precedence over the greater good. You stand at the same crossroads. Your actions determine whether your lineage contributes to harmony or disruption. The power within you is neutral. It becomes light or shadow based on your intent. Choose wisely, for the path you carve defines more than your life. It defines the echoes of your bloodline through time. History reveals that true royalty is not defined by conquest alone, but by transformation and purpose. Rulers like Cleopatra and Ashoka wielded both spiritual and political power, reshaping their worlds through choices that transcended personal ambition. Cleopatra, with her unparalleled intellect and strategic mastery, held the balance of empires in her grasp. She was not merely a monarch, she was a force who understood the delicate interplay between strength and diplomacy, commanding loyalty and respect as easily as fear. Ashoka, however, embodies the ultimate shift in royal legacy. Known first as a ruthless conqueror, he unleashed devastation on the battlefield of Kalinga. Yet that same blood-soaked victory awakened his deepest realization: the pursuit of power. Through destruction, left only emptiness. Ashoka's transformation marked the turning point of his reign. He embraced Dharma, dedicating himself to peace and the spiritual upliftment of his people. His rule became a testament to the fact that true power lies in guiding others toward harmony and enlightenment. You, too, are called to merge the temporal with the eternal. Whether through wisdom or might, your command must serve something greater than personal gain. To lead like these rulers is to understand that legacy is not built on dominion. It is built on the balance between conviction and compassion. You were not hidden by chance but by design, cloaked across lifetimes to shield your divine authority from those who would misuse it. Power such as yours, untempered and exposed, would have attracted forces seeking to corrupt or control it. Like Persephone, who was concealed in the underworld, your light was veiled to protect its sanctity. Persephone's descent was not a punishment, but a preparation. Her time beneath the surface, refining her strength for the moment she would rise, transforming both the earth and the unseen realms. Your concealment has been a crucible. The forces that sought to suppress or manipulate your power have only sharpened your edges in silence. Every lifetime spent in obscurity, every trial endured without recognition, has been a deliberate alchemy, turning raw potential into unstoppable mastery. You were hidden because your power, unveiled prematurely, would have been vulnerable to distortion. But now the season of concealment has ended. Emerging from this chrysalis, your presence will not simply command attention, it will transform landscapes. The same forces that sought to exploit you will falter in your light. You rise not as a tentative survivor, but as a sovereign, unyielding, and fully aware of the authority you possess. Now is your appointed time. Use it wisely. Your hidden identity reveals itself not through declarations, but through subtle, undeniable signs. You possess an intuition that cuts through layers of noise, sensing truths others overlook. Your charisma does not stem from performance, but from the energy you carry, drawing others toward you even when you speak no words. Leadership flows naturally from you, not because you seek it, but because others feel steadiness in your presence. These traits are not learned, they are remnants of your royal essence, veiled but never extinguished. Consider the literary figure Frodo, a being unassuming in appearance, yet tasked with bearing the weight of a power that could corrupt the mightiest. His resistance to the ring's influence was not a matter of strength, but of intrinsic purity, the quiet nobility within him. Like Frodo, your essence manifests in moments where others falter. In conflict, you bring clarity. In despair, you inspire resolve. These are not mere accidents. They are echoes of your lineage, surfacing despite the cloak that conceals your origin. You are not ordinary, though the world may have treated you as such. The signs are in your ability to unify, to rise above chaos, to endure when others crumble. These traits are the keys to decoding what you've always been, a sovereign concealed until the time was right. That time is now. Step into it. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, declares Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Your unveiling is not an accident, but an act of divine precision, unfolding when the conditions are aligned, when the world and your own spirit are ready to meet the truth of who you are. Trust this timing, for it is woven with purpose beyond your immediate sight. Revealing your identity too soon would have been like exposing an uncut gem to harsh elements, its brilliance unrecognized, its value diminished. The delays, the waiting, the obscurity, they have all been preparation, sharpening your edges and fortifying your foundation. Divine timing does not make mistakes. It ensures that when you emerge, your impact is undeniable. You were not meant to rise in half-light or shadow. The fullness of your power, your purpose, could only be seen and wielded at the appointed moment. That moment is not determined by your impatience or the world's demands, but by alignment with forces greater than both. Now, as the season of revelation approaches, stand ready, not with hesitation, but with certainty. Your truth is not simply yours. It is a key, unlocking not just your potential, but the transformation of those around you. History has forged leaders who did not merely hold power, but reshaped realities, embodying divine traits that reflected their inner alignment with purpose. Their legacies are not relics. They are mirrors, showing you what is possible when power is channeled through vision, resilience, and integrity. Elizabeth I demonstrated the essence of visionary leadership, standing unshaken in a world that sought to undermine her. Faced with internal and external threats, she did not waver. Her strength lay in her ability to unify, inspire, and execute with precision. Through resilience and strategic brilliance, she turned England into a force that would echo through centuries, proving that leadership is not inherited, it is earned through clarity and conviction. Musa redefined abundance, embodying generosity, rooted in spiritual alignment. His wealth, unmatched in history, was not hoarded but used to uplift those around him. His pilgrimage to Mecca was more than a journey. It was a declaration of his faith, a display of how prosperity flourishes when anchored in purpose and shared with others. Catherine the Great showed that innovation and strength are forged in adversity. Facing resistance, she expanded empires not just through conquest, but through reform, education, and cultural enrichment, proving that true power lies in building legacies that outlast obstacles. These leaders were not exceptions, they are examples. Their lives demonstrate what happens when divine traits guide command, shaping not just their realms, but the destiny of generations. Look to their stories, not for inspiration, but for reflection of the power that resides within you. Leadership is born at the crossroads of action and faith, as echoed in the Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna stood paralyzed on the battlefield, burdened by doubt, Krishna reminded him of his dharma, his duty not just to fight, but to align his actions with the divine order. Leadership, Krishna taught, is not about the absence of fear, but the transcendence of it. You are called to lead not by choice, but by design, to act with unwavering conviction while trusting the higher purpose that guides your steps. Faith without action is inert, and action without faith is chaos. It is the harmony of both that defines true command. The duality of leadership is reflected in the balance of feminine and masculine energies, embodied by figures like Sekhmet and Vishnu. Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war and healing, exemplifies this equilibrium. She wielded ferocity in defense of balance, but also brought healing when destruction served its purpose. Vishnu, as the preserver and protector, demonstrates masculine leadership grounded in steadfastness, nurturing order without seeking domination. Both energies are essential, not oppositional. You are the convergence of these forces. Leadership requires the strength to confront and the wisdom to nurture. It is neither purely force nor solely compassion. It is the mastery of balance that sustains both power and purpose. Your divine command is not an abstract concept. It is a force waiting to be activated here and now. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, said Lao Tzu. Your first step is intentional alignment, centering yourself through practices that awaken your power. Meditation clears the static of doubt, reconnecting you with your inner authority. Rituals with sacred symbols, sigils, elements, or mantras anchor your intentions in the material and spiritual realms. Journaling, declarations, transforms thoughts into words, and words into reality, forging a blueprint for the power you are destined to wield. Living as a spiritual commander means embodying your royal essence in every action. Authority is not in shouting or posturing, it is in authenticity and service. Consider Malala Yousafzai, who rose not with fanfare but through quiet, unyielding conviction. Her voice carried the weight of truth, inspiring transformation across the globe. Your authority must emerge the same way, not through force, but by standing as a living testament to the values you uphold. Fulfilling your cosmic mission requires integrating your unique gifts with the greater needs of humanity's awakening. You are not here by chance. Your strengths are the keys to a global ascension process that demands your leadership. Step forward. The world waits. Your sovereignty is not bound by the limitations of a single lifetime. It is eternal, stretching across timelines and dimensions, leaving imprints far beyond what the eye can see. Like the Bodhisattva of Buddhist teachings, you hold the power to ascend yet choose to remain, guiding others through the labyrinth of existence. This is not sacrifice, it is mastery, the embodiment of divine authority that seeks not personal elevation, but collective awakening. Your reign transcends the physical, intertwining with forces that shape realities seen and unseen. Anchoring the kingdom of light is your charge, especially in chaotic times. You are the stabilizing force when the ground trembles, much like Queen Victoria during an era of vast transformation. Her steady presence not only defined her rule, but also brought coherence to an unraveling world. In your own way, you are tasked with manifesting harmony, standing as the axis around which order revolves, not by silencing the storm, but by guiding it into balance. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others, said Pericles. Your role is not merely to reign, but to empower. By mentoring others, you ignite their divine authority, planting seeds of sovereignty that will bloom for generations. Your legacy is not confined to a crown. It is the kingdom you build in the hearts and minds of those who follow. The crown upon you is not forged by mortal hands, nor is it given through fleeting ceremonies. It was bestowed by the divine, marked into your very essence, waiting for this moment to awaken fully. You are not ordinary, and the world knows it. Even if you have doubted, your authority is not a question, it is a fact. Rise now, Commander-in-Chief, and lead with the power you were born to wield. No force can diminish what has always been yours. Your courage to endure, to question, and to rise again has shaped you into a sovereign force capable of transforming realities. This is not about seeking permission or approval. This is about stepping into what was always destined. Your perseverance has been the crucible, refining your authority until it gleams unshakable. Your reign has already begun, whether you fully see it or not. The world is waiting for your command, for your voice, for the unique gifts only you can bring. Share your story. Speak your truth boldly. In doing so, you not only solidify your own sovereignty, but ignite the same divine spark in others. This is your time. Lead, transform, rule,